Aliens are shocked by Earthlings building Sandcastles, the Galactic Federation envoy. Torak stared through the observation window, mandibles clicking in confusion as he watched the humans on the beach below. 6 Earth rotations into their first official diplomatic mission to the Blue Planet, and the aliens still couldn't comprehend many human behaviors. "They're doing it again," Torak said, adjusting the magnification on his ocular implants. "Look at this, Mila." Science Officer Mila floated across the chamber, her tentacles rippling with curiosity, the silver-skinned being pressed against the window, compound eyes widening. "Fascinating," she whispered. "They gather the wet particles and stack them. But why?" On the beach below, dozens of humans knelt in the sand along the shoreline. Some worked alone, while others collaborated in small groups. Their hands shaped mounds of sand into elaborate structures, miniature towers, walls, and moats filled with seawater. Ambassador Reed had invited the alien delegation to observe a normal day at the beach, to help them understand human recreational activities. The Federation representatives had expected to witness important survival training or perhaps religious rituals. Instead, they watched humans lying motionless under the sun, splashing in dangerous waters, and now inexplicably rearranging sand particles into temporary structures. "It must have military significance," Security Chief Dorn suggested, his thick exoskeleton clicking as he approached the window. "Perhaps these are architectural tests for defensive structures?" Commander Lox, the mission leader, shook his scaled head. "I've reviewed their military archives. These sandcastles serve no tactical purpose. They build them, then allow the tide to destroy them." "Perhaps it's territorial marking," Mila suggested. "Negative," Lox replied. "They abandon these territories once their constructions are complete." A small human child ran across the beach, accidentally trampling someone's sand structure. Rather than triggering territorial aggression, the builder simply laughed and started again. "I need to understand this behavior," Torak declared suddenly. "Request permission to join the humans on the surface." Commander Lox considered the request. "Granted. Take Mila. Document everything." 20 minutes later, Torak and Mila stood awkwardly on the beach, their environmental suits gleaming in the sunlight. Despite 2 years of diplomatic relations, humans still stared whenever aliens ventured into public spaces. Ambassador Reed approached, smiling warmly. "Welcome to Paradise Beach. How are you enjoying Earth so far?" "The gravity is uncomfortable," Torak admitted. "But we're adapting. Ambassador, we must understand the sand structures." Reed's eyebrows rose. "The sandcastles? They're just for fun." "Fun," Mila repeated, her translator struggling with the concept. "You mean recreational activity without purpose?" "Well, yes," Reed chuckled, "though some people take it quite seriously." He led them to where a man named Tom was constructing an elaborate castle. Tom's hands moved with practiced precision, sculpting towers and archways using only simple plastic tools. "This is remarkable craftsmanship," Torak observed. "What military rank does one achieve through such skills?" Tom laughed. "No rank. I'm an accountant. I just enjoy making sandcastles." "But the tide will destroy it," Mila noted, gesturing toward the advancing water. "That's part of the beauty," Tom replied, carving tiny windows into a tower. "It's temporary. You create something, enjoy it, then let it go." The aliens exchanged confused glances through their helmets. "Would you like to try?" Reed offered, handing Torak a small plastic bucket. Hesitantly, Torak knelt in the sand. Following Tom's instructions, he filled the bucket with damp sand, packed it firmly, then flipped it over. When he lifted the bucket, a perfect cylinder of sand remained. Something unexpected happened in Torak's brain, a flash of satisfaction, followed by curiosity. He reached out, adding a second tower beside the first. "I believe I understand now," he said quietly. Back on their ship that evening, Commander Lox reviewed Torak's report with increasing bewilderment. "You spent 4 hours rearranging sand. Particles?" Lox demanded. "Yes, Commander," Torak replied. "The humans call it getting into the zone." Time perception alters during intense concentration. And what strategic knowledge did you gain from this experience? Torak hesitated. None, Commander. But I believe we've misunderstood humans fundamentally. He activated a hologram showing his creation, a complex sand structure blending traditional human castle elements with the spiraling architecture of his homeworld. Humans develop skills that serve no survival purpose. They create things destined for destruction, and they find joy in both the creation and the impermanence. Torak's voice softened. Our species builds only for function and permanence. We've forgotten how to create without purpose. Mila stepped forward. Commander, I believe this explains much about human innovation. They experiment constantly, even without clear objectives. They embrace failure as part of their process. While our species only pursues proven concepts, humans build temporary sandcastles in every field of science. Locke stared at the hologram, his ancient eyes narrowing. And this explains their rapid technological advancement despite their short lifespans. Precisely, Torak said. In 3 centuries, they've progressed from primitive combustion engines to rudimentary interstellar travel. They fail constantly, but learn from each failure. Like building sandcastles, Mila added, each one teaching them something for the next. Commander Locke stood silently for several moments. Update the Federation report, he finally ordered. Humanity's potential threat assessment must be revised upward. Species capable of finding joy in temporary creation will not be constrained by traditional development patterns. As the ship orbited Earth that night, Torak returned to the observation window. Below, the beach lay empty, all evidence of the day's creations erased by the tide. Yet tomorrow, he knew, they would build again. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their resilience. It was their willingness to build sandcastles.